to October's edition of Eyes on SHU. I'm Kieran McGurl.
And I'm Kristen Sullivan.
Lots been going on around here at Sacred Heart. We had the launching of the new SHU Safe app and the recognition from United States Senator Chris Murphy about how great it is.
We broke ground on the new residence hall in North Lot.
And we had an on-campus business, Heartfelt Designs, make a large donation to another on-campus organization. I had the opportunity to sit down with Sacred Heart President Dr. Patillo to have his perspective on all these great things happening at Sacred Heart University.
Hi, Dr. Patillo. I want to thank you once again for sitting down with us. It's always an honor to get to speak with you. A lot of stuff has happened since we last met,
Yes.
particularly the launching of the SHU Safety app. I know Senator Murphy was here yesterday talking about it, and also student government taking the initiative to launch a week in honor of safety to raise awareness. Can you talk a little bit about that and how that's had an impact on the university community?
Yeah, well, I think, first of all, the Mike Trimble and the people at IT really need to be commended, public safety, for pursuing the development of this app, which has happened over 6-8 months. The other part is that the student government really took the opportunity to highlight the importance of campus safety and security. And that's great. And within just this past few weeks, we have a third of the students signed up. I really would hope we'd have even many more than that in the coming months. I think what it shows, the flexibility of the system, as well as the security of it, because it'll identify you where you are should you be in need of something. And at the same time, there's a portion of the app that you can report something suspicious, something that needs fixing, etc., and it's anonymous. So it encourages people to keep an eye out. If you see it, say it. We've been very blessed on the campus, but you just never know. But the more that we're conscious of safety and security, all of us, I think bodes well for the university. And that's why I think it's important that more students do sign up for this. But let's see what happens.
Great. Now, we were talking about how student government did take the initiative and launched the campaign to raise awareness for safety.
Fabulous.
Now, there are other organizations that have also been growing, one of them being the student-run business Heartfelt Designs.
Yes.
They recently made a rather large monetary donation to volunteer programs. What's it like for you to see a group literally develop a couple years ago to grow into something that has been so successful and to be able to give back to the university community in such a short time?
I think it's just remarkable. You know, I came up with the idea of a student-run business while I was on vacation, reading a book about Tom's shoes, and made the connection that why don't our students use their skills and hopefully support other students' volunteer service. It started about 3 years now, I guess. We're in our third year. And, you know, like any business, it had a slow start. And those students that got involved back then, a lot of credit is due them for sticking it out. And now Natalie is really, with her team, is working on. I just saw her yesterday, and she said they have 2 new designs coming out, one through a competition, one through their own. I think Hearts United also has something for them. I think it's just fabulous because here they're learning business skills, not just in terms of design, but in terms of the business side. And as a result of that, the fruits of that are going to be used to help students in their volunteer services, whether it be trips to Guatemala, El Salvador, or Habitat. You know, that's all yet to be decided. It was a great start. $1,000 for them is really wonderful. So I would only encourage students to keep buying Heartfelt Design.
I've seen those logos that you said won the contest, and they're not just cool because you get to buy them, but it's like those designers have a chance to showcase their work through these student businesses. That's another great part of the idea.
Absolutely. At homecoming, they had a table up at outside the pit selling their wares. So I think all of that really helps.
Definitely. Now, yesterday we actually broke ground on our newest
Yes.
dorm, which is going up in North Lot, and I've also seen signs around campus for newer buildings that the university community doesn't really know about. Can you shed a little light on that?
Well, we did have the groundbreaking yesterday, and we should start having heavy-duty equipment on campus November 1st for the residence hall, and that'll be ready hopefully for September of 16. At the same time, across the street next to the President's House and the Wellness Center is a learning center, success center being built, and that should be ready for fall of 15. I believe the sign you may be referring to is the one on top of the hill.
The hill past Linden.
Yeah,
yes.
but I haven't actually seen the sign, but it's referring to the Jewish home property that we will take ownership on it in the spring of 16, and we would hope that by the following year, the one building that is already up there, the 5-story building, will be converted to another residence hall. Also, my little pet project since I've been here is to put a diner in up on the top of the hill, which would be open virtually 24/7 when the students are in session. Typical Jersey diner, and I think it'll be great for our students. It'll be at a great spot up there between a number of the residence halls, the athletic fields, the stadium, the tennis court. So it could bring a lot of life to the campus.
17, well, good stuff to look forward to.
Yes, yes.
Speaking of things growing, we're talking about the Sacred Heart University football team, which is now ranked for the first time in the program's history. Coming on, they're defending their NEC championship from last year. What can you take away from seeing how hard they work, going from 2-10 a couple years ago to 10-2 last year, and now having another fantastic run? What can you take away from just watching them?
I think, as they should, and all of us within the community, take away a great sense of pride and confidence. It's branding the community again in an even stronger way. Athletics is a very key part of this community, with over 700 athletes in Division I and about another 600 in club sports. So when any of our teams, and we've had successful women's softball, women's volleyball, this is really great that the football team's in there, and that it has been so successful in really 2 short years with the Coach Norfrey is a testament certainly to his leadership and his coaching abilities, but also to the students that really had to work quite hard and focused in this. And so I think it's just phenomenal for us to be ranked, and I think they're doing a great job.
That's great. All right, thanks, Dr. Patillo. That's all I have this month. Thanks a lot for sitting down with us.
My pleasure. Thanks, Kieran. Thank you.
While Kieran was talking to Dr. Patillo, I got to walk around campus and talk to the students and see their perspective on these big moments at Sacred Heart. So Heartfelt Designs is a student-run business that donates some of the proceeds to on-campus organizations. So what do you think about that on campus?
I think that's really cool how like they support creativity but also like donate and support like on-campus things. That's just like spreading the love all around.
I think it's awesome that we have a business that does that kind of thing. I know I've seen a lot of the artwork that goes around, the T-shirts they make, and what's really cool about Heartfelt Designs, I know that they make these products for different causes as well. I know when the Sandy Hook shooting happened a couple years ago, they had a shirt in honor of that. And the fact that we have a business that's both conscious of the things that are happening in our community, that really helps out students who are getting involved and people who want to buy these kind of things kind of remember what's happening in their community.
To the students, do you think it's going to help anything at all?
Yeah, I think it's really important. Safety is a big thing here on campus, especially with the year we've had. So I think it's a good thing that people are taking steps to make this a safer school. And it was a really good thing that we did.
Honestly, I thought it was great, you know, having the events that we did have, you know, so many things going on around campus, and the great example is the SHU app that they have, SHU Safe, and I just actually downloaded it a few minutes ago, so it's a great thing to have. You know, one thing I learned is actually the importance of actually having it around and knowing where you are on campus, knowing that you got so much support from whether it's public safety or the police stations right across the street from us, so it's great to have.
I think it's very important for not just us, but I think colleges all over the country. It just displays kind of like a safe lifestyle, and I believe that's very important just for colleges in general.
So what do you think of the new residence halls coming to Sacred Heart?
I'm really excited. Obviously, Sacred Heart's really been growing just in the last few years, so we're going to need those residence halls, and I think with new residence halls is going to mean new memories for people who come in. Our freshman class is huge, and I'm sure the classes will still remain around that size. So having those buildings is going to be really important to the school just for morale, and it's going to make the school look really cool, too.
Do you think that it's going to affect parking in any way?
It's definitely affecting parking. I know, like, I'm a student who lives at J Hill, and I'm parking at Fitness 4000, which is literally the opposite end of our campus. But it definitely will affect parking. But I know Sacred Heart's been dealing with it. The amount of shuttles we have is, I want to say, quadrupled since even just my freshman year. So it's something that Sacred Heart is conscious of, and they're trying to make an effort to help with.
Well, I'm a commuter, so although I'm glad that we're building new residence halls for the incoming classes, it does affect my life just because it's hard to find parking. And although there are new parking rules this semester and this year, it's still taking up the vast majority of the largest parking lot on campus. So, thankfully I won't, I'm leaving, this year is my last year, but it's already affecting the daily routine of commuters.
From an artist perspective, I love it. I really do. More students coming in and more opportunity to make community around the campus is a great opportunity for us to have. I think, in my opinion, to have those kind of buildings that we have, going North Line, going into the Jewish home, is just going to be a great opportunity for more students to come in and increase the sense of diversity around campus.
Until next month, for everyone here at Eyes on SHU, I'm Kieran McCurl.
And I'm Kristen Sullivan.
Stay classy, Sacred Heart.